Balaam served King Balak. Balak is attached to Barack Obama. And Robin, the word Robin is attached to Barack Obama. Okay, Robin is attached to Barack Obama. They're all part of that system that's in that spirit that worketh iniquity. It's working through the sons of disobedience. Robin is one of those sons of disobedience. It's who he is. That's why he was a thief. All right, he's a liar. He's all these things. When you can see
he's all these things,
then you start to understand why. And he sits in judgment of me, and he calls me this and says, I've got the world script in my hand. I don't have any script in my hand. Robin's, he's all these things. When you can see what I see, then you start to understand why. And he sits in judgment of me, and he calls me this and says, I've got the world script in my hand. I don't have any.
See, anytime that he mentions those type of statements, it's because he wants you to know that he does have the world script in his hand.
Script in my hand. Robin's full of shit. Actually, he's full of demons. Is what he's full of. He's full of.
Here's where he tells you the truth.
Stupid.
Again.
He knows who he's serving. He knows what he's doing.
Right there.
He's weapons full of shit. Actually, he's full of demons. Is what he's full of. He's just stupid. He knows who he's serving. He knows what he's doing.
See, he knows who he's serving. He knows what he's doing. Remember, I told you. Remember, Robin's Hood told you it's deception by design. Who's the prince of power of the air? Lucifer, right? Who is going to fool everybody with the miracle signs and wonders in the air? That's right.
He knows who he's serving. He knows what he's doing. He's well versed. He would be a.
Thanks,
Robin
Steve.
would be the type of guy that would take money to be a crisis actor. But
no, I wouldn't. I would actually do that for free. I wouldn't even charge them.
Instead, his job is to be online. See, to keep people from trying to figure out.
See, now he switched over to what he is there for. He's just switching back and forth with who. He'll just say things and he'll be talking about himself, acting like he's talking about me, and talking about me and acting like he's talking about himself. Or is it the same thing?
What's really going on? He's drawing you away from the truth. He's an energy eater.
Well, that I am.
I call him an energy eater.
I mean, I agree, because I've gotten people they have to take their time and energy in a day to keep track of my videos for the past 2 years.
That's what he is. He's an energy eater. So, but he's gone full panic mode. He's gone full panic mode because I started making videos about.
Yeah.
I've mentioned Trump. I'm bringing up and mentioning Prince Harry. Robin's part of the London Underground.
So notice how this top Luciferian here in the United States is actually saying that with my name is connected to with Prince Harry and all the people over there. I mean, it is an honor that he would even say something like that. You know what I mean? But I don't. Some of the things that he says, I wonder sometimes if it actually is true or not.
Okay, he's part of the Swiss deception.
Well,
okay,
that's not true.
The swastika. All right, and then saying that call for an uprising works for me. Okay.
See, anything he repeats that I say, it's because he wants to let you know that it's true. That's how he admits through saying it, because he's speaking it out. He's at least saying, see, Robin says that call for an uprising works for me. It's like the Robin says, and then he'll tell you what he is actually doing, which is.
Okay, so I mean, what the new heights, all of his the swastika, all right, and then saying that call for an uprising works for me. Okay, so I mean, what the new heights of all of his BS. Okay.
Truth.
So, and then the other thing is Justin. I got a strike.
And here's the strike
calling Justin out when he said something about Juan. They removed the first video that I made, and I made a second video, and they weren't able to remove that one. That I made, and I made a second video, and they weren't able to remove that one. And then I got a strike, 2 strikes yesterday. I got a strike for posting a call for an uprising. Posted a video a while ago that he was calling out Zachary K. Hubbard, who's a Judas. He's a total Judas, plagiarist.
And what's funny is I didn't even see the video or portion of it with a call, but it just so happened that it got a strike just then. So I'm going to assume it was a brand new video that a call for an uprising did, which would mean that it's ironic because I started talking about Zachary K. Hubbard, and then all of a sudden call for an uprising starts doing some video about him, and in a call, he came around and he was hanging on it with the satyrs, and he knows Steve personally. Like, that's one of his personally known, and then there's others that have no clue that they even work for Steve.
He's a total Pharisee. He's a Pharisee. He's either a Pharisee or a Sadducee. So, and Judas is connected to all of that. Okay, so Zachary K. Hubbard is part of this deception that's going on. In fact, I discovered gematria.
All right, so there's the admission that he has discovered gematria. And what he's not telling you is that he's the head Luciferian in the United States, but what he is implying with everything else in his life that he's talking about is that it's true.
And it was Zachary K. Hubbard who came in after the fact and tried to, and then he created the with that Derek guy. He created the gematrinator website, which is false prophet, equals the word false prophet. The reason is because, see, Zachary K. Hubbard is part of that. He's part of that deception. He's part of the deception that's going on. All these people have friendship with the world. I don't have friendship with the world. I don't want friendship with the world. You think I really want to have to sit in my days and have to talk to a zillion people? I don't want that. I'm not interested in that. I'm going to live out my life in peace, peacefulness. Peacefulness for me, anyway.
Peacefulness for me, anyway.
At least what I've got left of it here. So I already know where I'm going when I leave here.
In other words, he already knows where he's going when he leaves here, like the stage, the studio, the Linwood, Michigan studio there. He's going off and living his life in peace, like the rest of us are going to do. But something drastic has to happen, take place first before that actually proceeds.
I already know who I am. I know who I was, and I know who I am to come.
So you were Saul, you turned into Paul, and then now you're gonna, what are you gonna turn into?
I already know, because I've decoded everything, and I've opened the book, whether you can believe it or not. See, the book...
I believe it not.
Something that you don't understand. When it says, as it is in heaven, so shall it be on earth. Whatever's bound in heaven is bound in heaven. Whatever's bound on earth is bound on earth. Okay, so everything that takes place in the heavenly realm is also taking place in the earthly realm. The earthly realm is that anybody that does battle against Satan's minions, all right, that reveals anything, they attack them.
He's explaining me against his little minions there, dominions.
And they send people like Robin Henry Tees.
Like you.
Because Robin is a servant of the devil.
See, here, at least I don't have a website that says I'm the top Luciferian here in the United States, Steve. You do. So you got me beat on that one. Until someone has some kind of website about me being that, then I'm not going to believe it.
That's who he is. He serves Tubal Cain. He served Tubal Cain. Hell, they showed you that even in the movie Noah. That movie Noah, at the end, at the very end, how Tubal Cain got onto to Noah's Ark there and buddied up with Ham. Okay, well, Robin's from the house of Ham. Okay? The Shire. The Hampshire. Okay? His father
I guess you're from the house of cheese then, right?
was a criminal too. His dad was a criminal too.
I wish you didn't delete the video. You're such a coward, Steve. I just wanted to show my audience what you're saying. He has videos set up for me, my name. This is the king of gematria. Is he not the king of gematria in the world? And all of the world knows it. All of the government in Hollywood, they all know all and use a gematria. So isn't this the one that's responsible for writing in that damn book that his name is plastered everywhere? Yes, that's him right there. See him. So his job in the end, he's going to start producing all the videos that he have already made and more. While I am silenced, I can't say anything anymore. He's already preparing for this to happen. So when it does happen, and my channel is shut down, and his is just Stephen James Deshawn, because it's easy to remember, because everybody in gematria can remember that name too. If they don't even know who the hell he is, like, who is this clown Stephen James Deshawn? And then they'll wind up looking him up. And then they'll find him on YouTube. Now, he will make gematria as if it is the word of God. So he's not supposed to say anything. He's supposed to reveal it when the time comes. So this man's in charge of gematria, the entire book that all of Hollywood goes by, all of the government goes by, all of the chills on YouTube, they go by, all the false prophets, they go by it. Everybody is claiming gematria. Nobody is giving him any credit for the one being the one writing it, for the one being the one writing it. I'm giving him credit for writing the entire book. And I think he'll give himself credit too. So there we can't disagree.
Yahweh is the Son, and Yehovah is the Father. When you understand what's happening and why I understand the gematria better than all of you, even Zachary Hubbard, because Zachary Hubbard is also an antichrist. He's a Judas. Okay? He's simply looking for money, is what he's doing.
So now I got him. I got him to accuse me of being the possibly, and this is an honor too, the Antichrist.
Try to forbid Christ. That's his game. That's what he's been put on this earth to do, for his son as the son of the devil, as an antichrist. He's an antichrist. That's who he is. When you understand it, Robin is an antichrist. He very well could be the antichrist, yes. The main one, the false prophet, the IHS,
and the beast. See,
IHS false prophet. Robin is probably the IHS false.
The Antichrist, the false prophet, and he's already called me a beast.
Prophet. IHS, false prophet. For the Roman Catholic Church, because even the Roman Catholic Church is...
Look, it's a high honor because this name, it's like this right here. This name right here, if I did not come on YouTube, I'm telling you that this name would be a different person, and it would have to be one of his agents on YouTube. But at the same time, a Jonathan Kleck would have to be still acting as the Christ, but Steve's job is to expose who the Antichrist is. So with or without me, this top Luciferian here in the United States that was given authority to rule over as the king of media, because he has full authority with YouTube. So he's the one that would have somebody's name here, and it just happens to be my name right here, where if I wasn't here it would be somebody else's name from his organization, because they wouldn't find, or you know what, well no, I mean if I didn't come on YouTube I wouldn't have known Justin, and a lot of other people wouldn't have made videos. So yeah, I can't say that it would be anybody else that I know, because I wouldn't even know you. Alright, in this scene he's gonna proceed to say, by the way, Huh. He's gonna say, like, in other words, he's gonna try to say that my wife is like she used to be like a Mary Magdalene or something.
That's why it says that he's a filthy dreamer, fallen angel. That's because he is a filthy dreamer, fallen angel. All right, he's married to a ex prostitute. Okay, that's what it is. It is what it is. He's rubbing elbows and works. He works for the mob. He does. He works for the mafia, Philadelphia Mafia.
See, all right. So there's an accusation of my wife being a ex. Steve, what are you talking about? Ex? Who said she's an ex prostitute? And then me working in the Philadelphia Mafia. I mean, I guess that would be kind of cool if I did, because the people that I work around they're pretty decent people. I mean, they have pretty good attitudes and are not disrespectful in any way. But yeah, that's a good one.
And he works for a Babylonian Jew. All right, he works for a Babylonian Jew because it's the Jews that went into Babylon that didn't want to return. They didn't want to return. Okay. Oh wow, look at the grapes coming in.
Oh wow, look at that. Oh wait, they're not mine.
Position of Paul. Okay, and in the world, he's not strong enough. That's why Father says, "He that overcometh shall I grant to sit with me in my throne." And Donald Trump's not strong enough to overcome it, unless he can wake up and assume the position of Paul.
All right, now, many videos ago, I said in it that Steve and Donald Trump are the same. One of them's playing out that role in the mainstream media, and he's playing out that role in the social media platform. And whatever he talks about with Trump is what he is. And so, because I brought up the fact of him reminding me of Saul spiritually, because he's in charge of YouTube and he's silencing Christians, he's murdering them by shutting their mouths, because he can prove to them that he's surveilling them and stalking them, but he knows that you can't prove to anybody else. That's how he gets you. So when he talks about Saul and Trump being Saul, and he needs to be Paul to assume the position to take control of the world there, like the right way. So he mentions him as he's mentioning himself, which again, he only talks about the things he repeats the things that I say that's true, and he's telling you, I told you. He's telling you the truth. You just got to figure out where he's telling you the truth at, and then you'll understand his message.
To overcome the world, he's not strong enough. That's why Father says, he that overcometh shall I grant to sit with me in my throne. And Donald Trump's not strong enough to overcome it, unless he can wake up and assume the position of Paul.
Of him.
Okay? And take the position of Paul, because Donald Trump is from the tribe of Benjamin. You know? He is.
Who knows about all that?
Or not. That's who Donald Trump is from. He's from the tribe of Benjamin. But Saul was tribe of...
See that? He actually knew that I was... Because I said, yeah, I don't know about that. He's like, whether you believe it or not.
Benjamin. See? So Paul, who is of Saul, who is the familiar spirit, that's a familiar spirit, and life is in the blood, and it's also encoded into the name. The name. Donald equals Paul. Okay, when you start to see it, and that's why Donald is Apollo. He does the Apollo thing and all the gold.
See, so again, as he's saying about Donald equals Saul and Paul, he's referring to himself. Which, in the end of the whole nonsense that happens, I'm telling you that's my belief. So that's how I'm handling it, because we're dealing with a Saul who had Christians killed, or had the orders to have them killed. And then spiritually, obviously, of course, on YouTube, it's the same way. So in the end, during this period of time until the end, you're still coming against Saul. You're not supposed to know who Paul is until it's over.
And all that stuff. It's all you know them by their works. You can see them by their works. See, Donald is serving Rome. He's serving Rome and the Jews the fake Jews at the same time, the fallen Jews at the same time, the ones that have been deceived.
See, he's telling you what he is serving. He's serving both sides right now because there's some people that just don't know that Steve went in the other direction towards being more like Paul. But at first he's coming across as the same spirit of Saul. That's how I see it. I didn't see this before. That's why, look, I'm just going over. My knowledge has changed drastically, a lot, and I'm just going with the information I have now. I went, man, 360 all the way from one end to the other to try to figure this guy out, because there's something going on with his persistence of me with always trying to have somebody contact me, be in contact with me through text messages or videos or whatever, but mainly through the phone. Through the phone, he wanted to make sure that there was always somebody there trying to get information out of me. And Andrew disappeared.
Works. See, Donald is serving Rome. He's serving Rome, and
SJD is serving Rome. I am serving Rome.
And the Jews, the fake Jews at the same time, the fallen Jews at the same time, the ones that have been deceived. They've all been deceived too.
By him. By him. He deceived them. They're the ones that are going to turn back because of the deception that him and his boys know, and the elites, that there's those certain ones that don't still.
So, just like Barack Hussein Obama serves Prince Harry. The older shall serve the younger. Okay? William serves Harry.
So my brother William serves Henry? I know, I tried telling him before about this dream I had. Him, my brother Michael, who used to help me, but he doesn't anymore, they freaking sold me to these Egyptians. And then I came across King Pharaoh, and they had like these dreams and stuff. It was after a while I finally got a chance to interpret what the dream was, of the Pharaoh there. And then I became second in charge. I'm just saying.
All right? That's where that spirit is at. It's hiding right there. That's why Henry equals the word Lilith. Okay? So, and Robin's full name equals Prince of Darkness.
Yes.
Because he is a Prince of Darkness. Satan has many
and
princes.
And it equals Obama.
Many of them. Robin's just one of them. He's just one of them. He can't see. He's blind. He can't see. He's sitting there telling you that I'm a liar when I'm not. I'm living my life here in Linwood, Michigan.
Yeah, right.
You don't believe me? Come and see.
So you don't believe me?
See? He's blind. He can't see. He's sitting there telling you that I'm a liar when I'm not. I'm living my life here in Linwood, Michigan.
Here.
You don't believe me? Come and see. The angel says to the people, come and see. Come and see.
I will.
Come on. I don't have anything to hide.
Yeah.
I just live my life day to day. And Father takes care of me the way he has promised.
The way he's supposed to. The way he's supposed to.
My name's part of the promise. People of the promise. My Father who art in heaven, I understand it. But I'm David here on the earth. I'm also Elijah. I'm also John.
There you
I have
go.
the spirits of these in me. It's in my blood. Their life is in my blood. That's why my name is in Genesis. It's part of it. Understanding. And I shall call them out by name. Call by name. My servant. Okay? I have many of them that are in my blood. That's why I'm called the keeper of keys and kings. Okay? That's why the keeper of keys, well, the key of David equals my name. 22. 22 is the key.